Would you like a life where you never did anything that challenged you or pushed you? Would you? No? Then why are you complaining about it?
Let me tell you something. This isn't elementary school. This is hard work, long hours, high pressure. I need a grown goddamn man.
You give me this, and I will work as hard as it takes to school those Harvard douches and become the best lawyer you have ever seen.
You sound as though you're feeling the pressure.
I'm not feeling the pressure, no. You cannot put pressure on me. No chance.
Life is this. I like this.
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old.
People say I've got the weight of the nation on my shoulders, you know what I mean? Well then throw a few more nations on because I don't feel that weight.
You never get used to the pressure. You just learn to embrace it.
I'm playing to win, and to win I will destroy you. I will do everything to win.
I don't feel pressure. I don't feel pressure. I mean, put more pressure on me because right now I don't feel no pressure.
Expectations aren't a burden. They're a privilege. Because it could be worse. No one could expect anything at all.
Consistency
doesn't guarantee that you will
be successful, but not being consistent
will guarantee
that you won't reach success. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit.
Success is something you attract.
Success is not
something you pursue.
It is something
you attract by becoming attractive.
Jim Rohn once said, successful people don't do extraordinary things. They do ordinary things extraordinarily well.
Figure out what you want and do so much volume that it would be unreasonable that you would be unsuccessful.
Bruce Lee once said, long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity.
You can try to be lucky and pick the one perfect thing and try and make it, but if you don't want to try and be lucky, you can just do so much fucking work that you will brute force your way to figuring it out.
Take that risk. Because when it feels scary to jump, that is exactly where you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
If you don't change what you're doing and how you do it, nothing else will change.
Can you promise me one thing? Promise me for the next 6 months, you will give it your all. No laziness, no excuses, just pure effort. Because truth be told, that's all you've been missing.
You want to be that one motherfucker that every day, whether it's raining, snowing, sleeting, you lost every dime, your mom died, your dad died. You come and you bring the energy that it takes to make a team function at the highest level every day. And that's the person you want to be every day of your life.
You're never completing anything. You never finish nothing. So the thing that you think you're focusing on, you keep quitting to start something else that you think is the idea, and it's just a cycle. It's a cycle.
If you risk nothing, you become nothing. You are nothing. Because nothing ventured. Nothing is gained. You're not going to get what you want by never risking what you have.
Your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one.
Oh, you make it sound so easy. I wish I wasn't so scared. George, there's nothing to be scared of. All it takes is a little self-confidence. You know, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
The reality is, the more risk you take, the luckier you get.
You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage.
The person you have to spend the most time listening to in your life is yourself. Try not to lose their respect.
So that's the biggest thing. Never forget your goals. Many dreams die while suffering. Don't be one of those people whose dreams die while you're suffering.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
what would that guy do right now?
You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
You cannot change your life unless you change something.
If you don't have confidence, build evidence. If you don't have evidence, build skill. If you don't have skill, build discipline. If you don't have discipline, build accountability. And if you don't have accountability, change your environment.
In order for something new to come, something old must go. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake you up is you. Nobody else at that moment has the power to change you. If you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got.
2026 will be an incredible year for you. 2026 will be a year of exponential and expeditious blessings. It will be the year that you become everything God predestined and ordained for you to be. I don't want to hear about your credit. I don't want to hear about your past. I don't want to hear about a failed relationship. Before this year is out, you need to give that stuff to God.
The fastest way to change your life is start making some real decisions. And I know it's hard initially. The other part is it's just that the more you make decisions, the more decision-making muscles you get.
For once in your life, have some ownership, some credibility behind your actions and your words. Mean what you say, do what you say. Follow through for something for one time in your life. One time, follow through on what you say. You will feel a high that you've never felt before. When you follow through on things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible. When you've been blessed with that emotion, that feeling, that is the start, the spark plug, the igniter to the rest of your life success. It doesn't happen until you commit one time.
I will do the work when I'm tired. I will do the work even if I'm sick. I will do the work even if I didn't sleep well. I will do the work even if I don't feel like it. I will do the work if it's cold outside. I will do the work if it's too hot. I will do the work if no one else wants to do it with me, because I am driven by purpose.
I don't hate you, 2025, but you were a difficult year, full of challenges, ups and downs, changes and learning. You showed me that life can change in the blink of an eye and told me to trust myself more. But above all, you made me understand that my health, whether physical, emotional or mental, is what really matters. Not every question demands an immediate answer, and not every ending is a loss. You show me that there are moments when nothing moves because nothing can. So no, I don't hate you, but I won't forgive you either. At least not yet. You dragged me through truths I didn't want to face, through loss I wasn't ready to feel. You left me with wounds that haven't closed, with breaks that haven't settled into anything. I can understand. I don't see light pouring in. Not yet. You didn't come to fix me or redeem me. You came to strip away the illusion that life is anything but unpredictable, relentless, and brutally honest. You didn't rebuild me. You left me with the choice to do it myself. So thank you, 2025. You were not easy, but you were necessary.
Self-respect and self-esteem, I think, largely comes from having faith in your own word. So if you were to treat yourself like a friend you are responsible for helping, which is Peterson's advice, right? Let's say that every time you invited a friend out for lunch, they turned up late or didn't turn up at all, they didn't text back, they just kept not holding to their word. After a while, you wouldn't believe in them, you wouldn't be friends with them, and you'd stop inviting them out to lunch. You are that friend to yourself. How on earth do you think that you're going to be able to move mountains and get out of that relationship that you don't like and move countries or change career when you can't not hit snooze, even though last night you promised yourself that you weren't going to hit snooze? And it's how people that are able to do extraordinary things have been able to get there.
Tomorrow begins right now. You know, some people say there's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've never heard of the day called someday. Someday I'll become something. Someday I'll start something. It's right now, guys. Today is the day someday arises into something tomorrow will bear the fruits of your labor. It must be that way. The dream that you feel, man, inside, the belief that can be, it must start with action today if tomorrow's ever going to have any bearing of light to it. They say dreams are things that, you know, that you see when you're sleeping. I say bullshit. I say dreams are things that keep you from sleeping because you can't wait to become it.
What kind of risk builds men?
Well, I think constantly trying to be in rooms you don't deserve to be in. Apply to schools you shouldn't get into. Apply to jobs you shouldn't get into or you shouldn't receive. Express friendship with men more impressive than you. Probably the most important thing for a young man is to surround yourself with, at least in the short term, men who you perceive as being higher character and more successful than you. You know that whole thing. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. So take risks. Go up.
You will never feel ready to do things that scare you. You will never feel ready to take that leap. Your brain is designed to protect you, and change requires risk. And so you are protecting yourself by saying maybe tomorrow. If you want to change your life, you must make a decision to change your life.
January 1st, new year, new me. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Everybody knows how to get better. Everyone knows how to get stronger. Everyone knows how to get healthier. Everyone knows how to get more things done in their life. Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? And I have a very simple answer for that. Here and now.
So another year is come and gone, and a lot of us are in the same place we were last year. What the fuck are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our fucking lives, and we think we can take fucking days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves fucking options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give me too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do. You're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay hard.
If you become aware of the discomfort, you can counteract it. But if you're not aware of it, it's an object you just can't hit. So that changed my life, that question. What is the psychological discomfort I'm avoiding right now?
The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become.
I think the things you go through make you who you are. So I don't regret those things. I don't regret them because I don't think I'd be who I am today.
At a certain point, you can't keep blaming your childhood for how you act now. Yes, your parents messed up. Yes, you grew up in a tough environment. Yes, you learned unhealthy patterns early. All of that shaped you. But it doesn't get to control you forever. But it doesn't get to control you forever. There comes a time when how you treat people is on you. There comes a time when how you treat people is on you. When your reactions are your choice. When continuing the cycle becomes your decision, not your past. You can see where your issues come from without using them as an excuse. Your trauma explains your behavior. It doesn't excuse it. At some point, you have to stop being a victim of your past and start taking responsibility for your present. What happened to you wasn't your fault. What you do now is.
And I always encourage my audiences late in December and early in January to make this decision that the next year is going to be the best year of your life. And then take out a piece of paper and a pen and begin writing it down. I sit with my wife and I say, if this was a wonderful year, the best year of our life, what would happen in her life? What would happen in our life together? What would happen in my life? And what my wife does is she keeps these lists and brings them out each year, and we review what we had written down 12 months before, and it's absolutely amazing how many of those things come true. So, the most important thing is to think about the things you're happy about and let go and forget about the things and the problems of the past year. And remember, next year is a new year. As Scarlett O'Hara said in Gone with the Wind, tomorrow is another day. And that's how you think about the holidays. Tomorrow is another day. The next year is another year. And this is going to be the best year of my life.
2026 started 10 days ago. Everything changed. Not loudly, not all at once, but slowly. We lost people we thought we would never lose. Let go of things we thought would last forever. Learn to live with questions that never got answers. Time didn't pause. It didn't ask if we were okay. It just kept moving, and we had to move with it. Some of it broke us. Some of it rebuilt us, but all of it shaped us. And if you're listening to this now, you made it. Maybe not unchanged, maybe not as certain, but you're still here, still breathing, still trying. And that means more than you think, because after everything, you didn't disappear, you grew.
You cannot change your life unless you change something.
Once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything.
Take some action. Because yeah, nothing changes if nothing changes, man.
Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you.
Nobody else at the moment has the power to change you unless you have that initial spark and say, I must do something. I don't want this anymore.
Scary to wake up every day and say, I'm stupid, but I want to figure out a way to be smarter. Versus saying, man, I just can't do that. So you limit this box. So your box becomes so small of things you can do.
In order for something new to come, something old must go.
If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. It doesn't matter. The people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. The point of healing is not to return to a place where everything is perfect. Instead, it is to begin to develop the ability to respond to what's imperfect.
He goes through his entire life of randomness, and he gets on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire version in India, and it has 12 questions to make $1 million. And from only 12 random experiences in his life that seemed meaningless at the time, was he able to answer all of the questions and then ultimately win. The skills that you develop along the way, like Steve Jobs learning calligraphy that then became Apple fonts that, transformed how we type. Those early days, that little trench winning in the weeds, oftentimes gives you these huge advantages later on because you have more context than anyone else. And so rather than lament them and hate the fact that you're going through it, remembering that these will be arrows that you put in the quiver that you're going to be using to slay the future bigger dragons.
But it all starts again with a small step. When you're building a house, it's one brick to another brick, doesn't seem like much. But when you make millions of them and you look at that structure, you're like, holy shit, that's awesome. One by one, you start to get up early, you start to do the right eating, the right diet, the right nutrition, the right workouts, having an effective plan to your actions for the results of your actions. Day by day, you start to add up, and then the naysayers, the bullshitters, everyone who speaks behind your back, they're like, oh my God, how the f*** did you do that, one step in front of the other, day by day by day, makes that legacy, man.
Understand why you're procrastinating in some area of your life. The most important question is heightening your self-awareness on the thing that's causing the discomfort. Because in most areas where we procrastinate, we have no idea. We're just avoiding it.
Do you ever think about the weird shit that you do when you're procrastinating from the thing you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, I have an essay or an email to write that I don't want to write, or I need to reply to someone and it's an awkward conversation or something like that. And guess what? Now my cupboard sources are perfectly aligned.
Yeah.
Like, you will find the most inventive ways to not do the thing.
I noticed this about myself. I flew to Bali to write my latest book. And as I was in the jungle, I noticed this pattern where every time I picked up my phone, like just needlessly, was because I was at a hard point in the book.
Yeah.
So every single time I'd get to a point and I was trying to summarize it or find some research to back it up. Within 30 seconds, as if I'm possessed by this puppet master above me.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone, start swiping, and I'm on Instagram. And I go, fuck, of course, I'm avoiding the discomfort. And it's so important to get clear on that, because you need to understand the forces that are pulling and pushing you. And then you can say to yourself, okay, why am I avoiding this chapter? What is it? Well, I don't feel researched enough on this subject matter. Okay, well, I'm going to step away from the computer and I'm going to read that book or watch that YouTube video, as opposed to just banging my head against this Word document. You can, if you become aware of the discomfort, you can counteract it. But if you're not aware of it, it's an object you just can't hit.
No one carries heavier stress than those who know their potential, but still live like they're worthless. It's not failure that breaks you. It's being aware of what you could be and doing nothing about it.
Do me a favor, write this down. No risk, no story. It's this simple, right? Like, if you're not gonna take a risk, you don't freaking deserve the story, okay?
No risk, no reward. I mean,
why not take a chance trying to do something that seems impossible that might work?
Are you willing to play at that level? Are you willing to risk it all to gain it all? Are you willing? Today is where the rubber meets the road.
It's like, no risk, no reward. If you want to take the risk, you won't get the reward. So it's like,
some say it's worth the wait. I say it's worth the risk. I'm telling you to risk it all for something that will last forever. Will you stay mediocre for the rest of your life? Or will you dig down deep and bring the greatness that lies inside of you to the world?
No risk, no reward, no risk, no story, no risk, no champion.
I'm gonna take that chance that they say turns you into champions.
Expecting it to be easy is what makes it much harder than it ever is.
Most people operate out of their personal history, out of their memory, things they've done, things they've experienced, things they've seen, things that they have observed. What I'm suggesting that you operate out of a larger vision of yourself. I want you to see yourself doing what you want to do, experiencing what you want to experience, having what you want to have, doing what it is that gives your life some meaning and value. Operate out of your imagination, not your memory. Because whenever you look at where you want to go, I'm wanting to warn you, you will have some conversation back here after you go through the data that you've experienced in life saying you can't do it. And so what you want to begin to do is ignore that inner conversation. Well, most people, ladies and gentlemen, when something happens to them, what they do is they begin to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. And they can't see the possibility of it being any different.
No one cheers you for not drinking for a day, not smoking on a long drive, or not overeating for one night. No single workout or meal is ever impressive on its own. The reason so few people understand success is consistency never looks impressive in the moment, only at the end.
Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. Of course, no. But I go because I have a compromise with myself. But I'm not go happy every day. You think I'm wake up off the bed every day happy, or with my wife or with my kids? Sometimes I'm not.
Here's an easy productivity hack. Instead of spending time getting in the mood to work, just start working. Confront the work. People think they need perfect conditions to start, when in reality, starting is the perfect condition.
If you quit, it's really easy to predict your future.
How's that feel? But if you don't quit, if you go for it, with no proof, you can't quantify it. People are going to call you crazy. Your friends are going to look at you sideways. But you'll have the opportunity to play in the game and stop sitting on the sidelines. And you might fail for a while. And you might have to pay your success tax. And you might have to go through 7 failures, 9 failures, 12 failures. You might be sleepless at night wondering why the heck you're doing it.
Understand that every choice you make
ignites the compound effect, either in the positive or negative. If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. So clearly there's no results, it can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit. Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and stick with it, you commit yourself to the regime, the exercise. I'm not exactly sure which day, but I know you will start getting into shape.
Like the consistency of work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better.
Do you know what the secret of life is?
No, what?
This. One thing. Just one thing. You stick to that and everything else don't mean shit.
What's the one thing?
Curly said, it all comes down to one thing. Your whole life comes down to one thing. What's the one thing? It all comes down to choices.
To get anything of value,
you have to sacrifice.
It's just too hard.
Do you know that the harder thing to do
and the right thing to do are usually the same thing?
Nothing that has meaning
is easy.
Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
Right now, as you sit there in your chair, right now, your whole life is nothing but the accumulated compound effect of the choices you've made up to this moment. Just have patience. Even though you don't see the results in the moment, you have to know that the compound effect has been ignited. And every choice you make ignites it and fuels it. And it will stretch itself out over 10, 15, 20 years before it reveals its results to you.
If you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in 1,000 different spots, what's gonna happen? Absolutely nothing. But if you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in the exact same spot, you know what's going to happen? You're gonna bring it down. You're going to do the impossible.
Discipline is when you take the battery of willpower and you squirt that extra juice to make up the difference. Your motivation's only getting you so far. Sometimes usually it's far enough. Sometimes it's not.
Lazy people don't know how to start. Weak people don't know how to finish. Successful people don't know how to stop. People demand success but refuse to work weekends. People want opportunity but won't talk to strangers. People claim ambition but sleep in every day. We are the results of our actions, not our aspirations.
But what it takes is a discipline that no one can ever even, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to. They want to keep asking questions and keep going to seminars. And the greatness is right in you. And that's why, once again, I'll say this a million times here, I do not feel sorry for you.
Remember this, the late gratification in the extreme just results in no gratification. It's not about waiting for personal growth to be over. Life is not happening in the future. It's happening right here, right now.
All I know is this. I want them to say that motherfucker never quit. He never quit. No matter the odds, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, no matter who was against them or who was with them, that motherfucker shows up.
You're hanging around with the wrong people. That knowing feeling where you realize you've outgrown your social circle isn't loneliness. It is your ambition finally speaking louder than your need to belong. Most of your competition quits after the first sign of difficulty because they've never known what hard feels like. If it's hard for you, it's hard for everyone. And most people avoid hard things, which is why you can beat most people by just trying.
Do 100 push-ups. If you don't train them, you can't do it. There's no way. So the idea is, go. Let's do 10 today. Let's do 15 tomorrow. Next week, we're going to be already at 25. In 4 weeks' time, you will have the 100. How much real energy, real effort, real discipline have you put into your daily life in order to get to those 100 push-ups? And this is the whole idea about what is it? Skill. You don't get skill as a present in this lifetime. You might get a talent, you might have a gift coming to this world, maybe from your parents, maybe from another source. You are gifted with something. But if you don't cultivate that gift on a regular basis, even that gift will just dissolve.
If you are naturally tired at night and excited in the morning, then you probably haven't found something meaningful to work on. You are not stressed from doing too much. You are stressed from doing too little of what you care about.
You want to gain a sense of discipline, self-discipline. It's no good if people tell you to do things, if people tell you to work, if they force you to do this, A, B, and C. It has to come from within. You have to have initiative. You have to be motivated to do things. And what I've learned over the course of writing my 7 books and through the course of my whole life is that you master yourself through learning something that you love, that interests you. That's how you develop discipline. So if you're studying things, if you're entering a career that doesn't suit you, that you don't really love, that isn't really your dream, then it's going to be very hard for you to master yourself. It's going to be very hard to gain that discipline. You're going to be tuning out, you're going to be distracted, you're going to be on your phone too much, you're not going to be focusing deeply, which is how you master yourself. To me, the key to life, the key to everything, the key to success is figuring out what you love. I call it your life's task, what you were born to create in this world.
One of the most powerful forces in life is consistency. Being able to do something in repetition over and over and over again. That's how you start big movement. That's how you get big results. That's how you build a body. That's how you build a business. It's consistency. It's small wins every single day.
Because this has been a perspective that has served me so well in my life, because the goals that I have now take many years to come to fruition. Like I'm working on a goal that in the next probably 18 months, I will have been working on for 13 years, and it will probably come due. And the crazy thing is that the bigger your goal, the bigger your timeline has to be. But the even crazier thing is that the bigger your timeline, the easier it is. If I said, you have to learn French and you don't speak French, and you have to do it by tomorrow, it's impossible. You're not going to do it. There's no way that you're going to be able to do it. But if I said you have to learn it in a decade, you're like, oh, I could easily do it. You could probably learn 10 languages in a decade. And so all of a sudden, the goals that you have can be significantly more achievable, and you can feel like you're consistently making progress by moving out your timeline. But because people are so short-term minded, because they can't just stop scrolling over and over again, they actually make it harder for them to achieve their goals, because the only goals that they deem acceptable are ones that are on an unrealistic timeline. And so they doom themselves from the beginning.
You just have to show up on an everyday basis and give what you can. That's the definition of consistency. You don't have to give 100%. You got to give what you got.
In order to be the champ, you have to live a lifestyle of the champ. Discipline. It's all about discipline, doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. That's what it's all about.
People think that discipline is when you want to do a thing or feel like you're going to do a thing, but doing the thing in spite of not wanting to do the thing is discipline. That is what discipline is.
Yeah.
If you want to do the thing, it doesn't take any discipline to do it. Did it take discipline to eat the cheesecake? No. It took discipline to not eat the cheesecake, because you have to force yourself to do the thing that you do not want to do.
If you do something in one day, you're not going to see the results. You do something in a week, you're not going to see the results. You do something over 6 months, well, the compound effect of time, that day in and day out work that you have to put in, is going to give you that success. You need to look at that with everything you do. It's the compound effect of time that will slowly build your system.
Strong mind goes together with strong body. I think there is a similarity with it, because you cannot reach to have a strong body if there is not the fuel behind it that
gave you the push, the motivation to do so in order that you finally develop in that direction?
A lot of you say you want to win, but what does your day-to-day look like? What do your habits look like? What does your discipline look like? Are you writing your goals down every day? You going to the gym every day? Are you getting up early? What does your environment look like? What does your circle look like? Are you reading books day to day, developing your mind? Are you praying? All of this stuff matters.
So it's doing the thing in spite of not wanting to do the thing, in spite of being scared, is what bravery is. If you're not scared, there's no such thing as bravery.
There you go. And by the way, you said that before, right? In another, I'm sure that's the line that keeps coming up in this motivational video.
You got live rendition.
Yeah, I'm having deja vu, but no, it's true. It's true. Like, and there's some of the things that were sort of resonating with me in times where, like you say, you get to a place in your career that you're successful. You know, sleep starts to feel a bit more comfortable. You know, the cheesecake starts to look a bit more interesting, and you really got to start to figure out what it is you're trying to do with the time you've got on the planet.
You've probably heard me talk about element before. Come on. Frankly, that's because I'm dependent on it, and
to get anything of value, you have to sacrifice. Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
Marrying short-term pain with long-term progress is one of the first connections that most people who are on that path have to make.
This is the lead indicator of what will be the lag indicator that I want.
People get frustrated not achieving what they want because they assume that they're going to jump across a cavern in one leap. But if you picture your goals like you're trying to build a bridge across that crevice, and every brick that you put on that bridge is progress, and each one of those bricks represents a skill that you need to learn along the way. It just takes all the way until you get to the other side that you can actually walk across. And so the walking across is the outcome, it's the external perceived achievement. But if you can reframe your progress as, what are the 100 things on this checklist? What are the 100 skills that I need, the micro skills that I need? Then you can have much faster feedback cycles of wins that you're achieving along the way. And I think if you can define it that way, then you can feel like you are winning, A, more often, but B, with higher intensity, because as you win, skills stack on top of each other.
Whatever you do to be the best, you have to obsess over it to a point where most would say, you've lost your mind. Because the truth is, to be the best, you don't have to be special. You just have to do the things nobody is willing to sacrifice for it.
He's a fighter, he's a UFC champion, so he has the idea to know when he gets in there, he's gonna be nervous, but he's gonna be relaxed and it's gonna be a fight. What I'm doing is building his confidence. You know, because confidence breeds success and success breeds confidence. So I'm just trying to build his confidence up and let him know that he can do what I say he can do. It's all about the belief that he can do it. Belief is more powerful than anything. So I'm working on his belief system as well.
You have to want it more than everyone else. Not just a little more. Not just enough to talk about or try when it's convenient. But with an obsession that borders on madness. When they're sleeping, you're working. When they're complaining, you're adapting. When they're celebrating small victories, you're already focused on the next mountain. When they quit because it hurts too much, you push through the pain because the alternative, giving up on what matters most to you, hurts even more. This isn't about talent. Talent is overrated. This isn't about luck. This is about hunger. A hunger so deep, so primal, that it can consume you. It's about wanting something so badly that you're willing to sacrifice what others won't, endure what others can't, and attempt what others don't dare. Of course there's a price. Relationships will strain. People won't understand. You'll miss moments you can never get back. But that's the test, isn't it? if those obstacles right before you are enough to stop you. If the sacrifice seems too great, then you didn't want it enough. Someone else wanted it more. Someone else was willing to bleed more, to risk more, to give more of themselves to the pursuit. Ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? What comfort can you sacrifice? What pain can you endure?
I think people struggle a lot with the concept that something can be both painful and empowering. It's this hurts, therefore it's bad. When taking full accountability for your life with all of the deficiencies that you have may be the most painful thing that you do when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, this is my fault. But in saying, this is my fault, those are also the first two steps of progress, because it's my fault, not anyone else's, which means it's my responsibility and my action that can change that.
Pressure changes everything, pressure. Some people, you squeeze them, they focus. Others fold. Can you summon your talent at will? Can you deliver on a deadline? Can you sleep at night?
But it turns out you may have had the balls to get this job, but you don't have the courage to stick it out when it gets tough.
Wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart, when your rent is late, you're tired, and you're sick, and everybody's mad at you, and your car doesn't work. Then it's the person that picks himself up and says over and over to himself, nothing is going to stop me.
Or Michael Jordan, I remember I interviewed him years ago, and I said, what makes you the best in the world? Is it skill? Is it talent? Is it ability? Is it background? Is it training? He said, what it is every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could possibly expect. I don't compete with other people. I compete with what I'm capable of.
Pressure is a privilege. Being attacked is a sign that you are important enough to be a target. You should relish the attention and the chance to prove yourself.
And what you really fear is inside yourself. You fear your own power. You fear your anger, the drive to do great or terrible things. Now, you must journey inwards. To conquer fear, you must become fear.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do. If life's beating you down, don't you dare quit. The pain you feel is proof that something greater is coming.
There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
You know, pressure is a privilege. It's what makes you, and mistakes are not failures. Do not ever perceive a mistake as a failure. Perceive it as feedback. Everything is feedback.
You must make pressure your privilege. Why?
If you look at any aspect of our lives where we experience growth, it's under pressure. There's an old cliche adage about how diamonds are made, which I think, although is cliche, speaks to this in such profundity. And even when we think about the comfort crisis we're living in and all of the health outcomes and predicaments that we're facing through our obsessive pursuit of comfort, and how the body has started to break down, and we've got all of these mismatched diseases, they call it, where the world we're living in and the way we behave within it isn't aligned to who we are. It's the avoidance of pressure. And it goes back to what you said earlier about avoiding that difficult conversation or that difficult piece of work. If there is an antithesis to pressure, it is, in my mind, it is comfort. It is ease. And that means that today is great and tomorrow is bad. And anyone that has the foresight to move that discomfort and that pressure into the current moment yields much greater returns in terms of happiness and health in the long term.
Success is hard for a reason. You will be tired. You will want to give up. You will make up excuses, but only pressure makes diamonds. Otherwise, they wouldn't be rare. It's those who follow through, who put in the work to get that crown, who put in countless hours and they still feel like they haven't done enough. It's those who win. And few people like that are left once the grind has begun.
I just don't want to let myself down. So that's where the overthinking comes in and making sure you're doing all this stuff, bro, because I don't know. I just know my potential. I know what I can do. And if I don't get it done the way I want to get it done, it's just going to be a heartbreaker.
But what is necessary is you have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. And we don't do that. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better. And break down situations very quickly within some trauma in your life, some devastation in your life, because it's gonna come. The devastation, the trauma is gonna come.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best.
It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does always actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
We talked about pressure as a privilege last time, but this is actually the same but in reverse. This is privilege as a pressure. That the
privilege is a pressure.
That the privilege you have carries along with it this pressure in order to perform. Well, your parents didn't have this opportunity. Think about your 6-time Mr. Olympia. You're really going to think about maybe not going for 7. Why wouldn't you leave it the most dominant athlete in history? Why are you going to drop the, like, privilege is a pressure. It's one of the odd byproducts of anybody that's doing really, really great things, that a lot of people are driven by this unconscious assumption that they're not enough unless they do great things. And it'll cause you to go and do great things, but to what end? What's the outcome? What's the texture of your mind like when you go to sleep on a nighttime? Do you really want that?
Do you feel great doing great things? Do you feel like shit doing great things? What's it worth? What's the price?
Unchosen suffering is going to happen, right? So the only thing that you can do is have some chosen suffering to prepare for it.
It's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can practice for the unchosen suffering, is have chosen suffering. Do something that sucks every day.
For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure, extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cut. So you are put through, if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure you thought you could not handle, and you think it's over, then they turn on the heat.
Take yourself back to that dark place. That place where you had no hope. And I want you to remember how far you came. We didn't come this far to only come this far.
You want to be the best version of you, you want to grow into this individual that you see yourself being, but without the pressure, it's too easy to just not do it. I'm running off not much sleep today. I've been to the gym, I've been boxing, but the pressure of knowing I've got this, and I've got the things I've got coming next, means that I'll keep rolling.
Keeps you sharp.
Yeah, if I didn't have them things, I'd have for sure laid in bed today.
Both fear and faith demand that we believe in something that we cannot see. Both fear and faith demand that we believe in something that we cannot see. Think of it for a moment. What did fear do? Fear manifests in anxiety. What's faith manifest in? Well-being.
What pressure does to you, it can form you. It could destroy you, but it could form you. It can make you realize what you're capable of. You know the greatest thing about what boxing does for somebody? It makes them know. Teddy, what does boxing do for you? Well, it'll do your jab, your condition, you take care of your tempo, your body, all that stuff. Yeah, sounds good. Teddy, give us one thing that boxing does for you. It lets you know you can depend on yourself.
If everything is easy in life, If everyone loves what you're going to do and you have no enemies, you have no opposition, nothing to resist, you're just going to be mush. You're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to be able to push yourself. You're not going to be able to change, evolve. Muhammad Ali said, if I didn't have Joe Frazier around, I would not have become the great boxer that I am. I mean, he would have been a great boxer anyway, but a nemesis like Joe Frazier put me on a much higher level.
Persist in the face of adversity, even though there is no guarantee of success. And here's the wonderful thing. When you persist, your self-esteem goes up. Each time you force yourself to stay in there, your self-esteem goes up. You like yourself more. You respect yourself. You feel more confident. You feel better about yourself. In fact, in the ultimate end, you don't even mind losing because you've persisted. But here's the second thing, is persistence is self-discipline in action. And self-discipline is the foundation quality of a great personality. Everything we've talked about really depends upon our having the discipline to do it. And self-discipline means the willingness to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not.
It was like big pressure on me. And I remember when I was talking with my father and he told me, hey, remember, you know how people make diamonds? Diamonds make it under big pressure. If you can handle this pressure, you're gonna become diamond.
Is there not a line in Batman where the Joker says, I complete you?
So your brain needs pressure. It needs constant pressure. And stress and pressure is not a bad thing. We have this thing where we feel like stress is bad. It's bad for you. Bad. You know, you need to relax, man. You need to chill. Stress will kill you. No, being bored will kill you. Not having anything to do will kill you. It is much more dangerous than stress. Yes, you can work too hard. You can work where there's no soul involved. I work like a fiend because I'm writing a book, and it's a very hard process for me. And I'm working far too much, but man, I love it. It's fantastic, right? And it could kill me. The stress could kill me, gave me a stroke. But I'd rather die under the stress than be bored and have nothing to do. Okay? So feeling that pressure, it makes your eyes pop open. It makes your brain focus. It makes you alert. It makes you want to live. It makes everything seem exciting to you because you've got to get things done.
It was that, what is your relationship with difficulty? And everybody, including people in my family who have a adverse reaction to difficulty, just defer it into the future in a bigger way. It compounds against them to make their future harder than their present. So everyone's relationship with difficulty, whether it's difficult conversations or difficult workouts or difficult physical, psychological exertion, those individuals, I think, are setting themselves up for a brighter future. Well, if you look at that famous TED talk on stress and pressure, what they found out is that stress and pressure don't actually kill people unless you believe it will. You have a negative interpretation of your pressure and your stress. Then it shows up in your physiological response. You get more diseases. But in that famous TED talk, which I think has like 30 million views, she found out that pressure in itself isn't the problem. It's the story we tell ourselves about our pressure.
I'm never going to shy away. Never. And you know me, since young, I'm not shy away. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. It's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid.
And it was that kind of pressure. I was thinking 10 years ahead. And all of a sudden I was hit with this wave of anxiety because I was looking at the outcome rather than the sort of process. And I was looking at the, I'm doing it for this reason, that reason, rather than being in the moment, in the present. And it really detracted from what I was doing each day. And it would be the last thing I'd think about before I go to bed was what scenes I'd screwed up and how I should have done this, I should have done that. And as soon as I'd wake up, it'd be like a shot of adrenaline about what I was gonna screw up. And I don't know I think it became from a sort of expecting too much of myself, which is, there's a slight sort of contradiction to that too, because as I said, it requires that obsessive, addictive sort of concentration, but it's the ability to sort of hold that obsession and that absolute need and want for it to achieve something great that you want to achieve, and then at the same time to completely let it go and not care.
Almost every successful person that I have ever encountered has gone through not a month or a year, but many years of doing work without reward, where they have to do things that other people find boring, and they have to sacrifice things that everyone finds interesting, that most people want to do during that entire season of their life. And they basically sacrifice a season of other things that they would prefer to do stuff that they would not prefer to do because of the one thing they want most.
Tell me one good thing in your life that came without stress and anxiety and pressure. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. And when you feel the highest pressure, the highest stress, and the highest anxiety, when you're in the pursuit of something greater, it's a good indication that you're actually on the right path. It's a position that you want to actually be in, because once you push through this time of extreme stress, pressure, and anxiety, on the other side is the fucking promised land that you've been looking for, that nobody else ever gets to, because the minute that they get into that pressure, stress, and anxiety, they read some bullshit on the internet and they go live in a fucking van.
The real question is, do you quit or do you grow? Let me tell you something. Most people don't skip the gym because they're lazy. They skip it because they're afraid to face the truth. Because the gym, it's not just a place to lift weights. It's a mirror, a battlefield, a test. It tests your discipline, your consistency, your pain tolerance, and your excuses. Every time you walk in, the gym is asking, who are you and who are you willing to become? You don't answer with words. You answer with effort, with sacrifice, with work. Rep after rep, day after day. You're tired? Good. That's where it starts. You're sore? Perfect. That means it's working. You're busy? Everyone's busy. But not everyone shows up. Because the gym doesn't care about your stories. It doesn't care about your problems. It only listens to action. The weights don't lie. They don't care how you feel. They care what you do. And when you step into that gym, you have one job: to prove to yourself that you're not weak, that you're not done, that there's more inside you. Because there is. So I'll ask you again, do you quit or do you grow? Because the gym is waiting for you. And life doesn't hand out rewards. It hands out consequences. Now get in there. And don't just lift weights. Lift your standards, lift your discipline, lift your life. No more talking, no more waiting. The gym is calling. Answer it.
I think anyone who has a healthy relationship with pressure goes in search of continual imposter syndrome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they would be dismayed at a life without it, without that pressure and feeling out of your depth.
Pressure is a privilege. Feeling pressure on a daily basis in the capacity that we feel is such a privilege. I love feeling pressure. I feel like I thrive under pressure. The best golf I've ever played in my life is when there are cameras around and people are watching.
No matter what the game is, or who you're playing against, you have to want the ball, the clock, the pressure. All you think about is what you have to do to win. That's why I love the end of the game. Because it comes down to that one moment when it's all in my hand. It's not about the shoes. It's about knowing where you're going. Not forgetting where you started. It's about having the courage to fail. Not breaking when you're broken. Taking everything you've been given and making something better. It's about work before glory.
This year is not just another page in your life. This is the chapter where everything changes. How long are you going to keep lying to yourself? How many more years are you going to tell the same damn story?
You know what I'm sick and tired of, Harry? I'm sick and tired of having to eke my way through life. Sick and tired of being a nobody.
So we don't stop. If we start something, we see it the entire way through. At the end of it, even if you don't like it to the highest level, you know that you put your time, energy into something that you're at least proud that you did, proud that you were able to put a period on that sentence.
You know, one of my favorite quotes from Zig Ziglar is, you don't have to be great to start. But you have to start to be great.
You know, people get up every day, they do the same thing. They tell themselves they're going to change their life one day, and they never do. I'm going to change mine.
Like what father always told me, you don't need to work. You don't need to, just stay focused, train, and your time gonna come.
That's the fear. The fear is never reaching your potential. Always falling short. Always quitting before you're done. Always procrastinating. Always not doing the right thing. And then one day, you are an old man, and you look back and go, God, I could have been great. I could have been great.
Everybody gets one chance to do something great. Most people never take the chance, either because they're too scared or they don't recognize it when it spits on their shoes. This is your big chance, and you shouldn't let it go by.
Setting the bar unrealistically high does not increase your performance. Imagine this. Imagine that you went into a buffet and you made your plate as big as possible. You said, I want all of these things. I'm going to put all of this stuff on my plate. And my stomach is going to expand to be able to fit it. That's not the way that our stomachs work. And that is not the way that our workloads work. So, first rule, in order to pick something up, you have to put something down. Don't assume that just because you've loaded more onto your workload plate, your work capacity will expand to be able to fit it into your stomach. Like, that's not the way that it works. Make the assumption, I can do no more than I'm doing now. And in order to pick something up, I have to put something down. I can switch stuff, but I can't add more in.
I promise you, if you can actually go through 100 days of rejection, your life will change. Because you will realize that at the end of the 100 days, you're still alive and nothing changed.
So what's the decision going to be? Because I'm pretty sure you told yourself you were going to start on the 1st. And I'm pretty sure you told yourself again you were going to start on the 2nd. And I'm pretty sure you told yourself you were going to start on the 3rd. And I'm pretty sure you've done this year after year after year. So what is it going to be? Make the change that you need to make. Become the person you need to become. This isn't about losing 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 100 pounds. This is about becoming a person that can control their external environment and make decisions that serve them no matter how hard those decisions may be. No matter how inconvenient those decisions might be. That is the only way you're going to solve this problem long term. And you're still sitting on the bench thinking that you're going to fix this. Now is the time to fix it. So don't wait another day. Don't wait till Monday. Don't wait till another year where you're going to get fatter and broker and more miserable. Start today.
Here's the question. If you faced everything that was put in front of you, who would you be?
You can either live your dreams or live your fears. And I think the majority of people actually are not living their dreams, but are living their fears.
Before you win, everyone will ask why you're working so hard. And after you win, everyone will remind you how lucky you got.
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you. You won't get to choose how long you're here. You won't know how many sunrises you have left. You don't get to rewind, pause, or skip the hard chapters. All you get is now.
People only root for others at 2 times. First, when they're at the beginning of the race. Second, when they finish. Neither is when you need it. So, you have to master the middle. The boring, exhausting, soul-crushing middle. That's where the winning happens, on your own. People will only cheer for you as long as you can't beat them at the game they value most. Friendly reminder that every person who doubts you is right until they aren't.
Partying is weakness for the soul, my friend, so I try and avoid it.
They see I don't party, bro, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and they see that and they're like, bro, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go have fun. You are. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm having fun, and I try to tell them, like, don't let me affect what you do, I'm gonna be good regardless. I'm gonna be good regardless, but I'm comfortable who I am.
Don't confuse movement with progress. Because you can run in place and not get anything done. So are you moving forward? You have a gift. It's called a gift. You didn't earn it. You were born with that gift. Now you own that gift. You develop that gift. You do everything you need to do to protect it.
You find a way. If you're obsessed with something enough, regardless of the conditions, and addicts are the perfect example. They can have no money, no resources, been locked up before. Everyone knows they're trying to get it. They could be in support me, but if they want that drug bad enough with no resources, no nothing, they find a way to get it. That's how humans are when they get obsessed with something. So don't tell me you can't win. Don't tell me you can't build your company. You can't get the person you want or the money you want. If you want it like an addict, bad analogy, but true. You want it like an addict needs their fix. You'll find a way to get it. That's how human beings are.
Because people think it's no big deal to hang out with idiots, but the problem is you're absorbing their energy. And instead of hanging out with really cool people and you absorb their energy and everybody like gets out of there feeling fucking great. What a good time. What a good time.
They just suck the energy.
They suck it and they make it about them and they get negative and they're fucking passive aggressive and weird or whatever it is. It's like, I don't want to deal with him anymore, man.
You eventually shed those people.
You should because they are energy. And I think how you feel personally, like how your life is going, has a giant effect on how your life can go because you're thinking in a positive way. You know, like you're in the right groove, you're in the right vibration.
One of the best things that you can do in 2026 is to let go of the fear of missing out. Because you're not missing out on anything when you're getting your life together. They are at the club, you are in the gym. They're hungover on a Sunday morning and you're working towards your goals and they think you're missing out. But if 5 years from now, they will still be doing the same damn thing and you will be living a life they have always dreamt of living. So just remember that when they try and pull you back in.
Well, it's that time of year again. We start to feel real happy. Why? Because we're not going to work. It's a real good time of year. So in that good time of year, we start to feel real good about ourselves. So I start to feel great. So we start making promises to ourselves about, hey, I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna do better in school. I'm gonna be better here, be better there. But guess what happens? The real Merry fucking Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone. It's quiet. And it's you against you. And now all those endorphins are gone. And that promise you made about getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder, guess what? It's a lot fucking harder now. That repetition becomes a lot harder now. So a lot of us can't do things on our own. So find somebody in your life. So when you throw that towel in, they throw that motherfucker back at you and say you're not done yet.
I was thinking about this the other day. It needs to be the goal needs to be a free choice. And I don't mean a free choice of like someone's making you do it, but like if you were to think about it, your brain, like do you think your mind is free?
The hardest things bring the greatest rewards. Sometimes the easiest path isn't the one we're meant to take. Deep down, you know it, don't you? The things that are hard, the real sacrifices, they carry a weight, a feeling you can't shake. Choosing the harder path, the one nobody else wants, is where the journey toward greatness begins. Now, ask yourself, how many times have you turned away because something felt too tough? How often have you chosen comfort over challenge, avoided discomfort because the other path demanded more? But here's a truth few accept. The best things in life come at a price, and it's not paid in money or possessions. The cost is sweat, time, and sometimes tears. Greatness asks, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you ready to step out of the ordinary and pay the price that greatness demands? Because this isn't about someone else's path, this is about blazing your own trail. It's hard. It feels like nobody understands, then you're probably doing something right. The hardest choices, the sacrifices that hurt the most, those are the ones that truly matter. So, are you ready to choose the path less taken? Are you willing to be more than what's expected?
Welcome every human experience. You never know which one is going to turn your life around. Even the bad experiences, sometimes from the bitterest experience comes the greatest awakening. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. So let me ask you, why not you?
If you're prepared to give up comfort for something more, then you're already closer to achieving your dreams than you realize. Embracing sacrifice doesn't happen overnight. It's a habit, a mindset that takes time to build. You have to train yourself to see discomfort as part of the journey. Like an athlete trains their body, you have to train your mind to push through obstacles. Each time you push yourself a little further. Each time you choose discipline over convenience, you're building resilience.
And every morning you wake up, you hold yourself accountable to that mission, not a company's, your own. Make up your own mission statement. What do you want to be in life? And once you do that, now you can work with somebody to get better. You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything.
What's that quote? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything.
That's it.
When you face the hard choice and push forward, you're building resilience. You're conditioning yourself to handle adversity. Each time you choose what's hard over what's easy, you're choosing growth over stagnation. And that's how you get stronger. That's how you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than anyone thought, including yourself. But why is it so tempting to avoid the hard road? Because comfort is seductive. Sacrifice is the fire that shapes you. And though it may burn, it transforms you into the person you need to become. True sacrifice means understanding that what you're giving up today is paving the way for something better tomorrow. It's an act of self-respect, an acknowledgement that your goals deserve nothing less than everything you have. When you're willing to sacrifice, to truly embrace discomfort, that's when you become unstoppable. That's when your potential is unlocked. Now let's bring it closer to home.
The single best question to work out what you should be doing next year. What would have to happen by the end of 2026 for me to look back on 2026 and consider it a success? I think that really helps to just give you a bit more perspective. And it usually comes down to only a few things. You don't usually have so much in your mind when you do that.
They call them growing pains for a reason. Growth comes from a deficiency between your current and desired, or your current and required. You need to be here and you're here, and that stretch hurts because you're inadequate. And this happens at all levels of business. Right when you think you're good again, the world proves to you that you're not as good as you think you are. When you have those plateaus, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, right? It means that you haven't changed. You've behaved the same, and so you're getting the same outputs. And the change is painful. And sometimes the painful change means that you actually have to take 2 steps back. And your ego not only has to get hurt, but hurt even more. Because you have to realize that you built your thing wrong. You hired the wrong leader. You have the wrong team culture within a department. What do? Well, you either leave it there and stay perpetually under your potential because you weren't willing to confront the difficulty of the inconveniences that are going to come to you as a result of making the changes that you know you need to make but aren't making.
I heard you say there's only one thing I dread, not to be worthy of my sufferings.
It's how you handle your sufferings. You know, when you're going through something really challenging, how do you show up within it? Do you choose to become a victim of complaining and misery and shitty, or do you find meaning in how you show up in the suffering, you know?
Don't condemn yourself for being afraid. It's perfectly fine to have some fears. You acknowledge your fears, you embrace those fears, and then you move on. You act on whatever it is that you fear. Because once you embrace it, see, what you resist will persist.
Think about your own life, your dreams, your goals. Are you really ready to sacrifice? Are you prepared to give up comfort? Let go of the things that hold you back and face the unknown to reach your potential. This isn't a question with an easy answer. Sacrifice isn't something you decide to do just once. It's a choice you make every day. It's waking up and choosing discipline over excuses. It's staying on your path, even when others turn back. So ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to reach your goals? What comfort, what distraction, what safety net are you ready to leave behind? The question isn't about what you want. It's about what you're willing to give up to make it happen. The path to greatness is long, and the cost is high. It's going to take everything you've got. Be honest with yourself. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It's for the resilient. The ones willing to push through the pain, face their fears, and go after what they want with everything they have. And if that's you, if you're truly ready to make the sacrifices, then start today. Start trading what's easy for what's meaningful. Remember, success is built on daily choices. It's not a single moment of bravery.
A lot of these brothers, when shit get difficult, they just go blow weed. They ain't got nothing invested. See, when you invest in something, and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You gonna have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own.
Think of sacrifice as a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. Just like an athlete trains their body to handle physical stress, you need to train your mind to welcome challenges. It's choosing the path that feels hard, because that's where growth happens. It's committing to your goals on the days you'd rather quit. Discipline is the foundation of sacrifice. Without it, the journey becomes scattered and the vision fades. But with discipline, each small action builds on the last. Every day you stay on track. You're investing in the person you want to become. Create routines that challenge you. Routines that push you beyond what's comfortable. Whether it's training, work, or learning something new, each small choice builds a foundation of sacrifice. And here's the truth. The pain doesn't necessarily get easier, but your ability to handle it grows. Sacrifice isn't about erasing pain. It's about training yourself to endure it. With each day, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. Each challenge you face, each decision you make to keep pushing forward, brings you closer to becoming the person capable of achieving greatness. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Because sacrifice, discipline, and resilience are the keys to unlocking the potential you have within. And each time you choose what's hard, you're moving one step closer to becoming who you're meant to be.